From Acton town to Wimbledon, from Brixton to beyond, love your London, have a banana. On today's instalment of Love Your London, we'll be starting our journey down Churchfield Road, a hub of quirky, much-loved independent shops. But first, we need to finish day one of our filming, so there's a few more local sights to see. The first one is directly opposite the Aeronauts, the pub where we concluded the previous instalment. Let's take a look. And here we have Bella Italia Pizza. Now this actually used to be known as Pizza Babylon or Babylon Pizza. Now back in 1904, Mr. Wallace Waite, Mr. Arthur Rose and Mr. David Taylor opened a small grocer's here. Now Taylor left in 1908, but Mr. Waite and Mr. Rose stuck with it, and it is acknowledged as the birthplace of one of the country's most loved stores. Waitrose, please sponsor us, we need some money. Look, we love Waitrose. We have the Oaks Shopping Centre over there, we have a Wilko, we have an Iceland, we have Morrison's. We have a Morrison's as well. Look, yes, we have a Morrison's. But that used to be a medieval market, and in fact there is still a bustling street market in the same place where more or less the same place where the medieval market used to be. It used to be full of fish and meat and everything. It's now mainly full of sort of, you know, tacky counterfeit goods. The original medieval market probably was also full of tacky counterfeit goods.
People selling one shoe.
People selling one shoe.
There's always someone selling one shoe.
Yes, it's true. That is true. It's not the market it used to be. Well, obviously it's not. You're not going to find any meat there. You're not going to find any pigskins and flagons of wine and whatever. It's just an ordinary market. Most people around here, when they want to shop, they can't go to Waitrose because there isn't a Waitrose actually here anymore. I think the nearest Waitrose is in Chiswick, I believe. They tend to go to a place called Churchfield Road, which is full of some really quirky independent shops. And I've got a taste of cider in my mouth, so I really fancy another pub before we do anything else. Okay, so this is the George and Dragon. I'm going to tell you over a pint, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of this place. It is a fascinating little place. Very old, as you can tell. It's a music venue, although unfortunately right now there is no music because of the current situation. Now it's a coaching inn. I'm going to tell you a lot more about this, but this is one of the oldest buildings in Acton, and look at this amazing brewery. This is the Dragonfly Brewery. They make their own beer here and lots of all different amazing concoctions. Now it can be quite expensive to drink here, but they do have, I'll tell you about this later, if you say the shipping forecast in the right order, you do actually get a free drink, so we might try that later. Right, so we've been told that we can come out here into the garden.
Check out the Rousseau mural on the wall too.
Okay, so let's go here at the end. Keep social distance. That's great. So we've had to do this. This is a one-way system. This is how all the pubs in the new normal are working at the moment. And I'm now going to go and order a drink and maybe do some filming inside.
Rousseau on the wall.
There's a Rousseau on the wall.
Rousseau style.
Which wall?
Style.
Which wall? Because I've been told I can't. I've got to keep moving while I'm in there.
Okay. Well, you'll see it as soon as you left the place. It's the big wall with the jungle.
On the left-hand side as I go in.
This is the only big wall there is that isn't the brewery.
Okay, this is the one-way system. Where's this Rousseau? I can't see the Rousseau. Oh yes, let's see, Rousseau style. Fantastic. A list of the landlords going back from 1759. Going now to Riccardo Pulcinelli, who is the current landlord, I imagine. And actually this pub is, there's been a pub here since the 1300s. I might think you've got a beer here which is like £20, is that right?
Yeah.
I don't want it, I'm just out interested.
It's about perfect.
Wow. Okay. That's an expensive beer.
There's one of the best breweries right now on the world, I'd say. That's really, really good. It's like a wine beer to be fair. It's not like a normal beer.
And am I right in thinking that if you say the shipping forecast in the right order, you get a free drink?
No, I wouldn't.
No, you used to do that. It used to be like a big thing. If you said the shipping forecast in the correct order, the landlord gets you a drink.
Don't do that anymore.
You don't do that anymore.
Quite a while back.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, I don't mind. Yeah, my apologies to the staff watching this video for going on about this. I was just a bit annoyed as I'd spent several hours the night before practising the shipping forecast in exchange for a free pint, which was going to be a very impressive part of this video. Cromarty, Forth, Tyne, Dogging, Humber.
No. You got it wrong. Got it wrong.
For God's sake. Oh, and in case you think I'm making all of this up, here's a photo from their current website. See? Okay, so just to tell you a little bit more about this pub. It's a great old coaching inn. Now this was the terminus for the Acton machine. And the Acton machine was a horse-drawn tram omnibus service that went from this pub to Oxford Street. And it was mentioned back in 1740. Now there's been a pub on this site since at least 1337. And it is, as I said, today one of the oldest business buildings standing in the whole of Acton. And the food's not bad. The food's actually well priced. It's about £9 here for a really decent Thai curry. Okay, so we're at the moment on, there's the Georgian Dragon, it's just up there, further up this road. And we are now looking at the old town hall. No longer the town hall. It's a fabulous Grade 2 listed building. It's designed by Raffles and Gridley, and it was built in 1909, which was the same date. I remember that old moaning guy was moaning about the girls leaving their tennis balls in his garden back in that place we were in earlier. This is musical history. This is exactly where Joe Strummer and the Mescaleros famously played a benefit for the Fire Brigade Union in 2002, and that was sadly the very last place where Joe Strummer played in London. Mick Jones joined Joe Strummer on stage, and it was in December of that year when he was so cruelly and prematurely taken away from us. Now we will be talking about Joe Strummer a lot during this whole series, because he is London. He is instrumental to London. We'll be talking about him when we visit Palmer's Green, Royal Oak, Great Portland Street, Warwick Avenue, Westbourne Park, Maida Vale. Now, unfortunately, like so many things in London, this is being turned into luxury flats. Here we go, luxury flats. So we're not allowed in here. Just to give you an idea, if you go up those steps and take a left when you go up the steps, and then you've got some more steps, and on the right you'll find the assembly rooms. Anyway, there you go, musical history. London calling. Anyway, I can't sing now because they might demonetize me. Starving actually, haven't eaten anything since breakfast. We started filming 10 hours ago. Obviously it's not going to be 10 hours as far as you're concerned, because I'm going to be so good at editing this down that it's just going to whiz past. But we're just going to have a little look down there. Okay, so over there, so you can see Acton Town Hall. Now, the reason I brought you here on the Vale, which is what this road is called, is I want to show you that place over there. NPR Motors, MOT while you wait, and the house next to it. Now, if I stand here, and you now look at this picture, which is from Minder, you will see that from this still, this was in fact Arthur Daly's car lot at the end of Series 7, which was the very last one that Terry McGann, as in Dennis Waterman, took part in, and Series 8, which is the first one that Ray Davies, Arthur's nephew, takes over the role of Minder. And we will be looking at a bit more Minder memorabilia here in Acton. Okay, so before we have our dinner in Al Nakhla, which is a Lebanese restaurant I've heard good stuff about, just wanted to show you here the arch climbing wall. As you can see, amazing Art Deco facade. Used to be a cinema back in the old days, then it became a bingo hall, and now it is a climbing wall. Not really my cup of tea, but possibly Sharon might want to have a go at some point. It's not open at the moment, but they do have climbing walls, I think in Bermondsey and a few other places, so maybe by the time we get there you might like to invite us, good people from the arch climbing wall. Another thing that you can do in this neck of the woods if you are of a sporty nature, which I'm certainly not. I'm of a food and drink nature, and food is what we're doing right now. It was really noisy in there, but I will tell you that dinner was delicious. I had chicken breast and chips, Sharon had lamb and salad. Together with a watermelon flavoured shisha, it came to a reasonable £34.50. Hello, well this is day number 2, although I don't know which episode this will be when you start watching it. First of all, I want to really apologise for the poor sound quality you've been having up until now. That is basically, well, I misjudged the quality of the GoPro when it was inside the little casing, so from now on I'm going to always wear this external mic, which is fantastic, by SubZero. It's a Lavalier, details down the bottom if you want to get one. It's brilliant. It's mainly for musicians, but it works fantastically for this sort of thing, so I do apologise. Now the reason I brought it to you here is, see this pub behind me? This is the Duke of York. When the modern trams came, they had to widen all the roads and everything, so the photo that you're looking at the moment is exactly the same. As you can see, the Duke of York in the background. So here's the Duke of York. Sorry, no, sorry.
Take 2.
Because it's sadly going to be turned into yet more luxury flats. My great-great-uncle almost certainly used to drink in there, because he lived just literally that road down there. On Derwentwater Road over there. I'm sure he went in there with his 5 sons. And yeah, it's a real shame. It's been a shisha bar for a while. But it looks like they might possibly keep the bottom part open. I really hope they do as a pub eventually, because I think they're only just building flats on the top. The crackling background sound in the previous bit was because I had my microphone attached to my hair instead of to my t-shirt, which is a common mistake in the business. Fortunately, Sharon pointed this out, so from now on the sound is even better than before. It's a learning curve, this vlogging lark. Okay, so here we are outside number 1 Derwentwater Road. This house belonged to my great-great-uncle, Harry Joseph Hicks, who, remember, he owned the DMWS we went to in one of the first episodes. I have a relative who owned this house, which is now valued, according to Zoopla, about £1.3 million. And here I am struggling for the odd penny that might drop my way, thanks to YouTube subscribes. By the way, please subscribe. Please like these videos. I'm sure they used to drink in the pub just over there. The school is just behind. Anyway, so there we go. Fascinating. Let's go to Churchfield Road and see what we can find out there. Okay, so here we are on Churchfield Road. This is one of the most picturesque little roads in Acton. It's fantastic for independent shops. Now this road, obviously we're quite close to where the BBC television centre used to be in Shepherd's Bush, and that's why this road was used quite a lot in sketches. You had Monty Python, you had that laundrette scene. The thing I really wanted to point out is the door over there. This here used to be one of the doors used for the Winchester Club. The Winchester Club in Minder. I think this is after Terry McCann, aka Dennis Waterman, left the series. This is the Ray Daly years. Yeah, and also one other thing about Churchfield Road, Leo Sayer wrote a song about his estranged wife. He was going to call it Churchfield Road because that's where she used to live. In the end, he called it Orchard Road. And that wasn't to give her anonymity, it was basically just because he felt Orchard Road sounded better than Churchfield Road in the song. Churchfield Street?
Churchfield Road.
Okay. Hello, I'm here at 113 Churchfield Road at Cake Me Baby, which is one of those quirky independent shops that this road is so well known for. Tell us a little bit about the place.
So basically, we're one of those cake shops that are like no other cake shop you've seen before. It is about everything original and creative. The quirkier, the weirder, the better. We don't do Disney, we don't do Pixar, but we will do everything that most people consider wrong.
Fantastic, and I will be putting the link to the shop down there in the comments. Do check it out. They've got some crazy designs. Fantastic, thank you.
Watch out behind you, the tree might fall.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Sorry, they had to move a bunch of stuff the other day, and they didn't put them back up properly. It's fine. We'll just leave it again.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry. Honestly, they had to lift all of this up the other day, so they were all arranged very tactfully in there.
Okay.
And they never put them back properly.
Okay.
Don't worry. Are you okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Tristán the Destroyer strikes again.
She was cool about it. Plus, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, maybe she'll make us a cake and we can do a live unboxing to celebrate.
And eat it too, I hope.
Here we have some more of the quirky shops that Churchfield Road is famous for. Here we have a Pint of Hops, which is a beer shop. Really interesting beers there you can get. This florist here, Heart and Soul, actually used to be the site of the second Waitrose in 1911. The very second Waitrose. We went to see the very first Waitrose outside the Aeronaut pub earlier.
Sometimes when the light's right, if you look on that top window, you can see roasted teas and coffees, the shadow of the stand back a bit.
Yep.
You may not be able to see it at the moment.
What's that?
See this one? See this top window?
Oh yeah, Roasted Daily. Oh, there we go. That's an original sign.
And you know
Okay.
our landlord has got the Waitrose and the Brother sign upstairs.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. Lovely. It's a beautiful shop, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Are you doing a little service?
Yes, I'm going to give you some. I'll give you a business card now. Just one sec. In the next instalment of Love Your London, we visit the home of a teenage heartthrob, and I discover my inner Rory McIlroy.
Rory McIlroy my ass.
See you next time.
From Acton town to Wimbledon, from Brixton to Beyond, love your London, have a banana.